Hello everyone. Today we will refer to the topic of basal ganglia. You can see the diagram over here. It's very messy, I know, but this is what I could manage to draw. So basal ganglia. It is a topic from the first year neuro and art, and this topic is relevant throughout the medical course. In final year we used to refer to this topic a lot. When we refer this topic in neurology, basically we have forgotten the topic of what we have referred in neuro and art and all that. So here we are going to refer and understand this topic. Basal ganglia. Actually, the term basal ganglia is a misnomer. Why this is a misnomer? It is a misnomer because the term ganglia, we say that it is a collection of cell bodies in the peripheral nervous system. But basal ganglia is located in the central nervous system. So this term is a misnomer, and now this is being called as basal nuclei, because it is a collection of cell bodies surrounded by white matter that is located in central nervous system. So this should be better called as basal nuclei. So what are the structures that forms the basal nuclei? So here we are going to know about this. So here, as we can see, this is caudate. This is caudate nucleus. This structure right over here that has been defined into different segments. So the first segment here is known as putamen. Then as we move from externally to internally, this is known as globus pallidus externus, and this is known as globus pallidus internus. And the caudate nucleus and putamen, this very nucleus, is being separated from each other by internal capsules. I know you can recall that what are internal capsules. It is nothing but just the white matter fibers that are passing from cortex to spinal cord or spinal cord to cortex. So these fibers separate the caudate and the putamen, globus pallidus externus or internus nuclei. So now there are certain terms that we should know. Caudate nucleus. Caudate nucleus along with putamen is known as stratum, better known as neostratum. Whereas putamen and the globus pallidus externus and internus together known as lentiform nucleus. The structure that we must be seeing over here, this structure, what we see over here is subthalamic nucleus. And right over here there is a structure that is located in the midbrain, that is substantia nigra. Substantia nigra has two portions, substantia nigra pars compacta and substantia nigra pars reticulata. Substantia nigra pars compacta here is the dark structure, the one in black, because it has pigment that is melanin, that is being derived from tyrosine, the same amino acid that is responsible for derivation of dopamine, and this structure secretes dopamine. So as you can see, there are a lot of stuff here, and this is our cortex. So as we can see, in basal nuclei, what are the structures that are being included is caudate nucleus, is the lentiform nucleus, is the subthalamic nucleus, is the midbrain. So what are the structures that forms it? We should write it separately. That is caudate nucleus, lentiform nucleus, and what next? That is subthalamic nucleus, and in the midbrain segment we will refer to the substantia nigra. So these all together will form the basal ganglia, and through the direct or indirect pathway, there are two separate pathways that we will discuss later. Through the two different pathways, they will act on the thalamus. You know, the thalamus is the relay center. All the fibers that enters the brain or that comes from exists from the brain has to pass through thalamus. So in thalamus, these fibers will supply to the ventero anterior or lateral nucleus of thalamus, and that's from there it will go to cortex, that is the motor cortex, and decide where to perform that movement or not to perform that movement. So basically these are the structures that are being included in the basal ganglia. Now we will refer to the